What's up, y'all? It's your girl, I Love Y'all, and I'm here with the one and only Mr. Birth in the Borough, Mr. CYN co-founder himself, Mr. Cool, Calm, and Collected, Kai Cash. You see it. Here in Sweet 3 Studios with me. So how you living today, man?
Pretty good. I'm alive. How you been?
Yes, sir. I'm happy to be here. I'm a little bit hot, but I can't take the jacket off. It's part of the style. Okay. So, 23 years old, from Brooklyn, New York, right? All right. So I want to be from there so bad, man. Like I feel like New York. No, y'all got a different type of different type of cool. It's crazy up there. So I've been waiting for one of y'all to come through because I've been wanting to steal y'all lingo so bad. Okay, so boom.
You got to drop by.
Listen, so you were born wavy.
Thank you.
How do y'all, like in New York, y'all bodies be so loose? Like, no, I'm dead. Like, that's a dead ass question because y'all come out the womb like with the shoulders and shit.
I mean, it's not everybody, I can tell you that.
Okay.
For sure.
Okay.
Me, it's just I was around it for so long. It's just like you kind of get used to it. You just adapt to it. It's like it's natural. But I was always that dancey kid. Like
for real, you don't look like it.
I don't. Like me, I still to this day like I'm always dancing somewhere.
That's fine. Man, y'all gotta teach me. I was trying to get light one time. It was like your shoulders not loosen up. I'm like, I can't.
It definitely takes loosening up. But
yeah, no, that's just
once you get the hang of it, it
is what it is. Okay, so speaking of Brooklyn, Birth in the Borough, how was the reviews on that? It's been out for a little minute. Was it how you expected it to be?
It's about to be a year now. Wow. Yeah, it's actually great feedback. And to this day, like songs, like real album cuts that I didn't even think were gonna be of the highest value are of the highest value. Like the first song, Where You From, has been just soaring lately. Like it's up a couple 100% in streams. Like Ski Slopes, that's the video I had put out on, what was it? No Jumper. And just reading the comments and all that, just to see how people just felt about it. And the reaction was just crazy because everybody was like, yo, this is so crazy. It's a breath of fresh air. No Jumper, I need to start posting more stuff like this and all that.
Fine, man.
And then it's just like last month, those numbers started spiking up crazy too.
A year later, still up.
A year later, thanks.
All right. So what's the most New York thing about you?
Probably my demeanor, maybe.
What's the New York demeanor for the people that don't know?
Just like how I just, for me personally, just the way I carry myself, just my mannerisms and my energy, how I dress, my style, just everything that I do is just like New York related, yeah.
Okay. So favorite song off the album?
Ocean Views.
Okay. And why is it your favorite?
Because I got to speak on my mental health.
Beautiful. We're going to talk about that a little bit later too.
It's real reflective.
So what new projects you got dropping? I know you got a song with Chris Brown out. You got called Tank, right?
Yes.
So what new projects are we going to get? Because we've been in quarantine a little bit too long. We need some new things to stimulate us, man.
I actually have a song out called Quarantine. It's exclusively on Audio Mac and SoundCloud.
Yes, sir.
Under the CYN umbrella. It's a little segment that we have. Actually, V made it up. It's called Leaks from the White House. But beyond that,
on your page.
Yeah. Beyond that, I'm about to drop a new single probably next month. I'm just working more so on videos now.
Okay.
I don't want to put nothing out if I don't have a video for it.
Beautiful.
Because I feel like people don't see me enough when it comes to like the content and just things that I drop. I always drop music with no visuals. Like, that's been my thing for some reason. But just more visuals. Every month I'm trying to give people something new. Like I just dropped Sturdy last month.
That was so New York. Like as soon as I heard it, I was like, it's something when New York niggas hop on the track and it's hi-hats, y'all go crazy with them shits. Like I don't know what it is.
That whole drill wave, I just had to tap into it real quick.
Had to one time. Spot song.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. So one thing I love about your music is the music videos, man. Like a lot of folks don't, especially like our age, do not focus on the music videos. They just be trying to show off their outfit in front of the camera. Like you always have some kind of storyline, some kind of theme, like it's something to go with it. I love that shit.
Thank you.
So how does that work, first of all? So do you think of the music video first, or you just
I just kind of started tapping into like being the person that creates my whole treatment for a video. I used to just like have the director come up with it, or I'll pitch a few ideas, but it's usually like the person that's shooting the videos. But for the videos that are coming up, it's pretty much me. I'm creating the whole treatment. And certain videos, like the Ski Slopes video that I spoke on earlier, I came up with that whole idea. because it was quick. Like we just wanted to shoot something quick in a day.
Yeah.
I went to the house I grew up at, and then I was riding a bike in that hood, Cypress Hills, East New York.
Yeah.
And then I went to Bed-Stuy, Clinton Hill,
Okay.
riding a bike there, and it's just like paying homage to where I'm from, really.
I love to see it, man. So you always said you wanted to be a real lyricist. I was watching your other videos, and you was reading the dictionary.
Yeah, I used to
in
use
college.
the dictionary, college and high school, yeah. And
That's crazy.
to this day, I still use, like when I'm creating, I have the thesaurus app. So if I wanna use a word that's just like kind of cliche, I just look up synonyms of that exact word. So I just use a word that nobody else is using.
See, that's good that you did it in high school and college. My mom used to make us do it like during the summer when we stay inside. She was like, write down 10 words and tell me when you get home. I'm like, man,
Wasn't doing that.
not doing that. So how was Hampton? Speaking of college, like you was out in the middle of nowhere, Virginia. Why? Out of all the HBCUs, you could have even came down to Clark, Morehouse.
You wanna know what's so crazy?
What's crazy about it?
I went to Del State first in Delaware.
Who?
Right? Delaware State. I went to Delaware State.
Where is that?
You must got some beef with Delaware State.
Bro, I don't know. I can't even put it out on the
You
map.
gotta have
I'm
some
not
beef
gonna
with
say it.
Delaware State or Delaware. But nah, I went to Del State and the school was really lit. I went there for 1 year, but I had gotten to something and I was just like, I don't even want to come back here no more. Like, but that wasn't the school of my choice.
Okay.
Out of high school, I wanted to go straight to Hampton, but my grades just did not fit the criteria. So it's like, all right, I'm gonna go somewhere else that I got accepted to, got a scholarship from.
Okay.
I went there. I graduated with a 3.3.
Oh.
I said, I'm out. I'm going straight to Hampton. I went to Hampton. I got to Hampton. I was like, oh, hell no.
Yeah.
Mom, Pops, take me to Clark. I don't want to be here no more. My Pops was just like, nah, it's clip. You just got there. You got to thug it out. And I just thugged it out. And as time progressed, it got better for me. But in the beginning, I hated that school. Like,
Yeah, because I had like 2 friends that went to Hampton, and they was coming down to Howard every other weekend.
Yeah, it's only like 3 hours away. So that was the thing. But I was really out there. I was out of that loop. I was just like, I was so stuck in not liking the whole vibe that I didn't want to do anything. I didn't want to go nowhere. I just wanted to be in my room.
I could have told you that room. I love it. Okay, so you majored in business management. How have you put that degree to work? Because a lot of folks don't use their degree coming out of college.
I was saying, I ain't gonna lie. I don't even remember half the stuff I learned. But
Come on, dog. Come on.
Nah, it's not even that. It's like I just haven't really applied a lot of it because my business sense, I already had it. And I was just like, let me go to school. I want to go to school. Yeah, I want to have the business degrees. But in all honesty, it's just like I have the same business. I mean, it's elevated now. Of course, I've learned more, but it's more like real life things that I learned that I apply to business now.
Okay.
Outside of the whole college experience.
Okay. So you're the music and the business brains behind CYN.
I'm not the only one.
Oh,
but
one of them.
I'm one of. When it comes to music and business, yeah, I'm like that.
Okay. So what you do on the business side for them?
Logos and just helping orchestrate like meetings and setting up different situations, potential collabs, and trying to help get things in order. That's really my role in the whole CYN thing. Like,
okay. So riddle me this, right? Y'all started CYN. You said what? 8, 10, 12 years old?
No. We was probably like 13.
13. Okay.
Like 2012.
So y'all telling me that from jump, CYN always meant create your now. That's what you telling me?
Yeah,
or it grew into that?
No, it was always about creativity and being,
okay.
You know?
At 13, y'all was thinking of that?
Yes,
though?
we was just ahead of everything. We was ahead of the curve. We wanted to create the moments.
Hey.
And we still there.
Listen.
Still there.
Cause I'm thinking about myself at 13, I would have been like, nah, we Sin City. Like, what was you talking about? I wouldn't even thought of nothing like that.
Yeah, you know.
Okay, so I love to see it. I was first introduced to CYN when Vaz came to North Atlanta, right? So like all of a sudden out of nowhere, I just start seeing all these like wavy brushes. I'm like, what the hell is this? And then, boy, like they was everywhere. I was like, this nigga's going crazy. So I was like, that's fine. So what all do y'all have your hands dipped in? Because you had the brush, you got a clothing line, y'all do music. What else you do? Come on.
Brush, clothing line, music. We just started doing gaming.
I saw that.
CYN gaming is lit right now.
Okay.
V is ahead of like the CYN playlists right now. That's on Audio Max, SoundCloud. We're gonna make our way to Apple and Spotify's Untitled, but it's coming together. I'm trying to think, what else do we have going on right now in terms of CYM besides the music? The merch, merch always, the brushes,
Yes,
that's already been there.
Let's talk about gaming, because
that's pretty much it right now.
Like, a lot of folks don't have their hand in too much technology, right?
Yeah.
So gaming alone, like, y'all got a whole audience in themselves.
Yeah,
so what do you
it's
do
a
with
vibe.
gaming?
It wasn't even my idea because I don't even own a game system and it sucks sometimes, especially now.
Yeah.
But Nico was the guy that pitched the idea, like, yo, we need to do the CYN gaming thing.
Okay.
And he put me, him, V in a loop, like a whole group chat together. He
That's
really
fine.
orchestrated, but we let him take the initiative of holding down that field because we knew we weren't about to do it. So it's just like, all right, this is what you
Run with it, go
pitching. Yeah,
crazy.
this is what you want to do. We're gonna back you 100%. But this is something that you are taking full control of. But Nico's already that person that's like, if I got my mind on something, I'm gonna take full control of it.
That's fine.
But now, it's been going pretty good. We done played some lit teams, you know, made some money, you know. It's like it's a vibe.
Yeah, I ain't play video games. My brother kicked me off that shit like at 8. And he was like, you keep running the walls, you keep shooting stuff, you don't need to shoot, stop it.
I need a game system though.
Which one would you get?
Probably a PlayStation because I'm so used to PlayStations. Like I've always been a PlayStation person. Like I don't know.
Y'all got that. Y'all boys, y'all can keep that game and stuff. Yeah. So listen, y'all. Not only does he do music, okay? Mm-hmm. He does graphic design.
Yep.
Okay? He's an author.
Yep.
Businessman.
Yep.
Got his own clothing brand.
Yep.
Aside from CYM.
Yep.
All right? Bought a camera so you can make your own videos and edit. Yeah. Okay? Yeah. All right? He's a college graduate.
Yeah.
That's about 7 right there.
Mm-hmm.
You know they say on the way to becoming a millionaire by 25.
Yeah,
At this point, that's almost
exactly.
7 streams, man. So let's tap into a little bit of everything that you do. We're gonna start off with the fact that you're a graphic designer, right? Are you self-taught?
Yeah.
For real?
Crazy as it seems, yeah.
Because I know you said you made your logo and you made the CYM logo, right? Mm-hmm. So when did you start getting into that? Like, what pushed you to like? I'm gonna just
2012. One thing about me, I was never good at sports. Like I played football when I was 7. I hated it. I tried basketball, hated it. I wasn't good at it. I was always a person that was just great at art. Like I could always draw.
That's fine.
I was a great writer in general. So high school, I was 14 or 15, 2012, one of those ages.
Somewhat.
Yeah, and I decided I wanted to come out with my own. I wanted to make my own money, basically. I never had the desire to work for anybody else.
Got to.
So I was like, you know what? I need to start something. And I knew a lot of people that like printed clothes and stuff like that. But I'm like, I have these ideas, but I want to make them what I want them to be. Mm-hmm. So I had Photoshop. I forgot how I got it, but I had it. Mm-hmm. Photoshop and Illustrator. I had both those programs, and I just started vibing out with the apps.
That's fine.
And I'm just teaching myself as time progressed, like how to do certain shortcuts, how to do certain things, how to just digitize whatever I was drawing, right?
Yeah.
And it was simple. Like I would just download fonts, and it would be, okay, this font is what I'm gonna put on a t-shirt, or I'm gonna take this from this place and cut it up and turn it into a vector or something like that, and then place it on a t-shirt and see how it comes out. And then from there,
know what a vector is.
But
Go crazy.
Yeah, it's an image.
Okay.
But from there, I just started teaching myself as time progressed. Like, I'm learning more and more how to use different things, and then I'm just like, all right. I tied it to the music thing. I'm like, all right, I need cover artists. Mm-hmm. But at that time, it's like I don't have money to be paying for all the cover art stuff.
Yeah.
So I gotta do it myself. Whatever my vision was, I brought it out.
You still do it?
I still do it to this day.
That's fine.
Most of my cover arts that I've done, or for the music that has came out, I did it. Tank cover art, I did that. Sturdy cover art.
So you like actually draw it by hand and then?
No, not no more.
Oh.
It's all digital now. I don't. With the cover arts, I'm just straight playing pictures and using fonts and
getting creative,
adding accents and hues and grains, and it's just.
Fine.
It's dope.
So you wrote a book your sophomore year.
Yes.
About how to get over anxiety. Now, let me tell you. So I was watching all your interviews as part of my, research process.
Yes.
So everybody was always talking about, the book and the mental health, but nobody ever asked you what caused your anxiety or like how it started. Which I feel like that's like the first number one question.
Yeah, I feel like probably like maybe one person might have asked me what caused the situation.
So let's talk about it. What actually, like, what was the trigger?
Yeah, so basically in a summarized, because the story is long. Mm-hmm. at DSU, when I got into whatever situation I had got into, right, it was like my first time really dealing with something on that scale, but it wasn't really something that in the moment made me feel away.
Okay.
It was like in the moment, it's just like, all right, I'm dealing with how I'm dealing. It is what it is. We're going to deal with this. We're going to get it over with. That's the end of that. It's the end of the school year, though. This happened at the end of the school year, so I'm about to be done with my first year of college. And get ready for the summer and all that. So as time is progressing and like the whole ordeal, whatever the scenario situation was, it starts to die down. But I'm still in school. I just got kicked out of my dorm for the whole situation. I got kicked out of my dorm, right? Mind you, I got a week left of school.
Sheesh.
We get kicked out of the dorm. We get the whole dorm.
So you couldn't even go stay with nobody else in the
dorm. Nah, it was over.
Stop it.
So we get kicked out. I moved to a whole different dorm across, like it was like directly across from the dorm I was already staying. It's like, why y'all gonna do this? We got a week left. We dealing with finals, midterms. I'm trying to really figure out if I really want to stay here.
Yeah.
If I want to go to Hampton, like it's a lot on my mind, right? So one day I just start feeling crazy.
That shit is, you gotta get that shit together. I suggest you calm the fuck down.
You started just feeling crazy one day?
Start feeling crazy, like heart palpitations and like I don't, no, it's cool, it's funny now. It wasn't funny then though.
Yeah.
Like all these just crazy emotions that I've never felt before in my life, and I'm just like, oh nah, I gotta go to the hospital.
I'm dying.
Rip, I'm like, nah, I gotta go to the hospital. So I called my friend. I had a car when I came to the town. I'm like, I'm not able to drive myself.
Yeah.
Bro. I called my mans. I'm like,
it was that bad for real?
It was bad. I'm like, yo, please, bro, take me to the hospital. I don't know what's going on. So I go to the hospital and they're like, yeah, you have anxiety, da, da, da. And I was waiting so long in the waiting room that by the time I see the doctor, I was over whatever it was. So I'm like, all right, I don't even know why I came in.
Yeah.
They told me what it was. They tried to give me some pills. I'm like, I'm not taking pills for this.
They trying to get you addicted.
Yeah, I'm like, y'all bugging out. I'm not taking those pills for nothing.
Okay.
So it just it came and then it went, right?
Okay.
Whole summer 2015, it was 2015. Summer 2015, I'm straight. I don't have nothing. I'm good.
Okay.
I go to school again.
So it was them.
Yeah, it was. I think it was school.
Yeah. Okay.
In all honesty, I feel like it was just like being in those scenarios, like places I didn't want to be at the time. And as time progressed, I just had to get over because it's like, yo, bro, you can't be anxious about being somewhere you don't want to be in life.
True.
Like you will never grow, like ever. Hey. And then I just started finding my own coping mechanisms. Like I tried therapy, I tried all of that. And it just wasn't working for me. I'm like, I don't want to go see no therapist once a week. It doesn't make sense. I need to figure out what's wrong with me and I need to figure out how to solve it. So I just did my due diligence and I figured it out.
Okay. So what was like one of the best things that helped you cope with anxiety?
Writing and crazy meditation.
I meditate every morning.
Meditation is so crazy.
So peaceful.
And I don't even meditate like that no more, but back then, like I used to, on YouTube, you can find like 10 hours.
Hell yeah, with the music.
Yo, I would come home from class, I go into my room from class and just play like a 6 hour Zen.
It puts you in your focus.
And I'm just like, this is it.
I can do this.
Wow. Like, I need to just bask in this for however long I can until my next class. That's how bad I really was just out of it. I wasn't trying to make friends. I didn't want to be there. I just didn't want to be in school.
Yeah, but your situation, like, literally it can make you feel just all crazy out of whack. Yeah, so it's a good thing that you figured that out, though. You got it out of there. So let's talk about, how do you feel about the trend of mental health? Because I'm not talking about, like, actually having an issue, but on Twitter people be like, I'm about to kill myself, like I'm so depressed. So how do you feel about that type of situation? Because on one hand, it starts the conversation.
Yeah, I feel like when people make tweets like that, we all need to be worried. We need to pay attention to when those moments happen, because a lot of times people ain't playing. Yeah, I think it's just a tweet for retweet. No, that person is really going through something. Okay. And we need to really figure out, if we can, how to reach out to them and how to help, however we can help. And that I had actually, the Mental Health Mondays episode I just had was about getting a loved one to admit or acknowledge their depression, and it turned into like a whole big debacle. It was the greatest episode.
Yeah, I watched that. It was fun.
It was lit, but yeah, it was just like moments like that are real. Like even, and I said it in a lot of my interviews, with the artists and stuff like that who make music and you listen to it and it seems like a cry for help, a lot of the times it's a cry for help.
Because that's how a lot of artists get stuff off their
Yeah,
chest.
but you're a consumer, so you're just like, oh, this is relatable.
Yeah.
This is that. These people are really crying for help. Like,
It's kind of sad.
it's sad, but it's like, how do we as a regular consumer, people that we don't even think we can reach these kind of people,
Facts.
how do we help those people out? And one of my friends had made a notion about it being, for one, it starts with yourself.
Facts.
You really have to be able to tap in with yourself and kind of figure out what your patterns are, what your struggles are, what stems all of this, what's the root of the depression, the anxiety, whatever the case may be. And I feel like, I don't know if it's really I understand where you come from when you say trend, because a lot of times it is like, it seems like trendy, like people just, it's like, this is the thing.
Yeah.
If you do this, you're gonna get the attention you're looking for. That's why a lot of the time it goes overlooked. Like, it's like, oh yeah, he's just
talking.
Yeah, he's doing whatever because he wants us to listen to his new album that he drops tomorrow.
Thanks.
So it's not really, it doesn't seem real, but I definitely feel like we should all pay attention to those red flags.
Okay. So speaking of Mental Health Mondays, let's talk about your episode that you had this Monday. You said it was getting family members to realize they had depression.
Mm-hmm.
What was one of the conclusions that you came to during that time, or one of your favorite parts of that Mental Health Monday?
My favorite part of that whole episode is when Bree,
tell the people who Bree is.
Bree, my beautiful girlfriend Bree.
Yes, sir.
You know, she's such an open-minded, opinionated, vocal person, right?
Okay.
And she stands, and she truly stands and stamps what she believes in.
You gotta have people like that around you.
And I was on the live with my boy Ryan, but we were in the car together. I had my whole opinion. She had her own opinion. He had his own opinion. I agreed with both of them, right?
Okay.
But I had to explain how I agreed with both of them and where I stood with my belief.
Okay.
And basically, I felt like, because her question was somewhere like, okay, what about the people that really don't know that they're depressed? Like, how do you tap into that? How do you really get them to be comfortable and acknowledge their depression if they don't really know?
Facts.
Right? And my friend Ryan was just like, for one, it's just like, you have to know yourself. Like, if you really don't know about yourself, then that's on you.
I can't tell you nothing.
I agreed with him to an extent where it's just like, all right, yeah, it stems from you.
Yeah.
You have to know, but that's not the end all be all. Me personally, and I said this, I'm a person that digs, and it's not necessarily digging like I'm gonna keep asking you questions about your mental health.
But you're gonna get an answer.
I'm gonna get an answer.
Okay.
You feel me? We're gonna have a conversation, and just like we were saying, like the conversation may lead to somewhere that has nothing to do with your mental health, but it will get something out of you.
Yeah.
But it was just that whole moment, because it was such a real deep, like for all the episodes that I've done, that was like one of the deepest scenarios where it's just like, this is a real debate where it's like we screaming and
what is it
people DMing me like, yo, is everything alright? Like, y'all good? I'm like, nah, we good. Like, we just
passionate.
Like, yeah, we passionate about what we're talking about. But
Yeah.
the conclusion, basically, my conclusion that I came to is just like, when it comes to scenarios like that, you really have to, if you care enough, you gotta really try to dig in deep and help that person understand what they're going through, or where this whole depression thing or anxiety thing stems from.
Yeah.
And you can do it as long if you really care. You will try
yeah.
to do it, because you can really be somebody's assistance. It doesn't matter who it is.
So what makes you care? Because you do mental health Mondays, but it's like you don't have to care, you know, because you always do like topics and all that stuff to get the people talking. But what genuinely makes you care about other people's mental health?
Me just being, for one, I'm just a caring person, and me going through that whole anxiety thing and personally not knowing what was causing it, like not being able to really explain it the way I wanted to explain it, or how I was really feeling to everybody couldn't listen to me, hear me out, and understand it, and really have an answer to what I was going through besides like certain people. Yeah. And I know how it feels to be that person when you just like, damn, I
ain't got nobody to talk to.
I don't, not even just that, but it's just like, I don't know what's going on, and it don't seem like nobody else knows what's going on.
Okay.
And this is such a relatable feel, especially coming from college. College, damn near everybody's anxious or depressed somehow, some way.
Stressed the fuck
Or
out.
stressed, yeah, exactly. So it was just like, you know what? Why not be an advocate for this thing? I already wrote a book about it. It's just like we might as well take those steps further to be the change that we want to see, or to be the assistance that we wish we had.
So how has writing the book and doing these mental health Mondays opened your eyes and opened your awareness of mental health?
It's still a situation that I have to learn a lot more about, that I want to learn a lot more about, because I have bigger plans than what's already on the surface. But it just helped me understand, for one, how relatable the scenario is. For two, that there are various elements to mental issues in general. Yeah. And just like anything can help, really. Yeah. As long as you're interested and you care, like, and there's so many different, and it helped me learn about a lot of people that I was close with, or that I didn't know, strangers. Like, just being that foundation for a lot of people, like just learning how certain people deal with it. Oh, I just laugh about it. Like, I make other people laugh about it. You feel me? Or I want to be by myself. I like watching movies. I like writing about certain things. And it's also connected to like a creative portal kind of, because when you want to get out of something, a lot of the times people go into these different modes. Like me, for say, I wanted to write more. Yeah. A lot of people want to just create certain things, do something new. And it's just like a whole new world that I feel isn't touched enough. And I also wanted to be one of those people with the platform that I do have to kind of push that forward.
We love to see it, man. So you just did an interview with Revolt. If you haven't checked that out, go read it right now. But for the people who didn't get a chance to read it, you talked about like some of the things that you did over quarantine to kind of like help you, for people that are stuck in the house. So tell the people what you've been doing and what's been helping you.
Exercising for one.
Facts.
Creating new music, new concepts. YouTube University is really a thing. Yeah, no. I've been teaching myself how to use mad new, like Photoshop, Adobe After Effects, Premiere.
They got every answer for
everything, every single thing. I've been tapping into new genres. I don't know if I listed that in a Revolt interview, but like I've been listening to like chill playlists now, like straight instrumentals, or just like alternative EDM, and just a whole bunch of different vibes. Like I'm going left with it now. But
you gotta tap into that country bag too.
Yeah, I'm trying. It's gonna take some time. I'm gonna get there one of these days. But I said exercising, cooking, reading more for sure. Yeah. And reading is very boring for me personally. I don't like to read. Like, I don't like reading books that I'm not interested in. Okay. But it's kind of like me disciplining myself now. Like, I'm waking up earlier than usual, working out early, eating
That's
early.
Good though.
Yeah, no. It's a lot of progressive things that I've been trying to do, because I want to be 10 steps ahead when the whole thing is just all over. Yes,
sir. So, next business venture we're going to talk about, from the man that has many hats. First business venture ever you said was God, Glory, Gold. Now, you said you came up with it like sophomore year of high school, English class, right? Sophomore year is kind of goes crazy for you.
Sophomore year.
By the time you're 4, you needed to have another big project out. So, are you like a history fan? Because you know God, Glory, Gold, that's what the Spanish people
Yeah, I did my research on it, but I really didn't like it. I was trying my best to kind of make it relatable to that whole
thing.
Yeah, but I was like, I don't really care about this. Like, this is, I don't care. I'm not big. I passed all my history classes, but I don't care about this.
That was the first thing I thought about when I heard it.
It was definitely not related to that at all. I did my research on it though.
Okay. So how did you just decide, like, I'm gonna make a t-shirt business? Sophomore year, what are you like?
In all honesty, I was 15.
Yeah.
Or 14, turning 15. And wasn't my sophomore? It might have been the beginning of my end of sophomore year, beginning of my junior year. Okay. My grandmother had just passed away, so it was just like,
happy.
Yeah, thank you. But it was a moment in time where it was just like, all right, I'm 15, and I'm just like, all right, I'm old enough. Like, I need to. I'm not going to get no job. It's quiet. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna take my talents and I'm gonna make something out of it. So one day in English class, and I remember it was Mr. Visco's class. And I was just there. We was reading like The Catcher in the Rye or something like that. Lord of the Flies. One of those books that you have to read in order to graduate. And it was just like, I bet. I'm really not interested in this book right now. So I was just sketching and I drew 3 symbols: the Jesus head, the gold bar, and the cross, and it just all like symbolized God, glory, gold to me. And then I pitched it to my friends during the lunch period, and they was like, "Yo, bro, you need to do this. You need to put it on the polo shirt. You need to." I'm like, "All right, hold on." I'm like, "All right." So I went home that day to my pops, and I'm just like, "Yo, pops, I got an idea. I want to start my own t-shirt business. Like, I want to start my own clothing." I was like, "All right, cool. Like, follow your dreams. Do whatever you want to do." So I was like, "Okay." So I took initiative. My godfather's a stylist. And he is just tapped into that whole fashion world. He knows people that print. He knows the type of printing, the silk screening, direct to garment.
Yeah.
All the stuff I did not know about. I'm like, all right, this is going to be a little more difficult than I thought it was going to be. So he's like, "No, you need to do this. I have the person that can print it out for you. You need to make sure you profit in. You got to get a wholesaler and do all this." I'm like, all right,
a lot of bullshit.
So I did all that. So I was selling my t-shirts in school. I'm selling them out of my book bag.
How much were they going for?
Like $30, $40.
Oh, you was...
I didn't know I was taxing, but I was making my money. It got so bad to the point where my principal one day, he came to me because I was selling something out of my bag.
Oh, Lord.
He came to me, dug in my bag, like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Yo.
Don't worry about it."
Relax. Like, bro, I'm selling a sweatshirt. He was just like, "All right." And I was just like, whatever. But just seeing how much money I made at 15, I was just like, all right.
I can go crazy.
I could go crazy, but then I just started getting big head and I started spending money on frivolous items and and then I just kind of like wanted to attack the music thing a little bit more, so I dwindled down on the creating of the clothes. I still have the brand, of course.
Okay.
But I just started branching out and doing other things. Like I started helping the CYM merch come to life and doing music more. Music has always been my passion, so I was like, you know what? Let me be the master of one thing before I try to do everything at the same time.
I love that. Okay. So are they still available for purchase? And if so, where can the people buy them?
Everything is on Codcash.com. I have my book,
the
music, the freestyles, the interviews. God, Glory, Gold is like the last item.
Last item on the list, we go to Codcash.com. Now, any other merch we should look out for? What's the merch we got? Anything else that we can get dripped in?
I ain't gonna lie, we don't got no CYM merch right now.
Oh, you lying. Y'all could be going crazy right now. Y'all could have had the mask. Y'all could have had
mask. Like,
y'all could have
had
crazy.
Man. No. V. It's V. He's the one as CYM president. It's him. He's the one that don't. That's why we don't got no merch.
Y'all gotta get it together, man.
Nah, we got some. We got some.
Some crazy on the way. Wait for it.
We just taking our time. Everything has to be right.
Okay. 23 years old, doing big things. Let me know how I knew. You're welcome. Let me tell you how I knew it was gonna be cool as fuck. Cause you in the gang, Aquarius gang. Yeah, we lit in here. Okay. February 11th.
Oh shit, mine's the 17th.
Yes, sir. I knew it. Yes, sir. So, are you somebody that believes in like astrology and stuff?
No, I don't. But my girl, she does. And she put me on to astrology, so sometimes I'll be looking at her like, yo, no.
What's her sign?
She's a Virgo.
You know what? Yeah, no, that's gonna be a great relationship.
I'm like, oh no, this is real.
Accurate as hell. Yes, sir.
Accurate.
So, from the stuff that you have read, do you feel like it's pretty accurate to who you are?
Yeah, a lot of the time it is. But then a lot of the time I get in my mind like, man, somebody made this, somebody wrote this, and it's just like, this is gonna apply to the upgrade. I'm like, no, I don't believe that.
Actual astrology is just like the study of people and like, situations based on the stars. All of the extra stuff people do on Twitter, like that's just some bullshit.
It's just so bad now. I don't even know what to believe. Like, when you walked out, I told him that I didn't really believe in astrology at first, but you kind of put me on to the whole vibe.
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
It's there, but yeah, like sometimes it's like I believe it. Sometimes it's like, what nigga off the street wrote this? Thanks.
So what do you think is the most Aquarius thing about you?
I'm wavy.
Hey, listen, I'll get behind that because you in the gang. I'll get behind it. Listen.
Nah, I don't really know. I don't read enough into it. Nonchalant.
Oh yeah. Thanks. Okay. So past few interviews that I've done with guys in the studio, they've all been in happy relationships. And let me just tell y'all how happy that makes me, because there's not a lot of guys out here, especially our age, that are like actually wanting to commit, be in relationships and all that stuff. So I love to see it. We got mamas here in the studio with us. So tell us about how y'all met and how you knew she was the one.
You want to know how we met?
Yes, I do. The people want to know.
Instagram.
You lying. Bro, you were like the second person to tell me that.
We met on Instagram, but we were from the same borough and we had mad mutual friends. So it was something to actually link up.
Yeah.
It was like we can get the facts on each other. It's like it wasn't no scary sight. Like,
You already knew what it was.
Yeah, like our first date was to a bowling alley. And it was good vibes, and then from there it's just like, you know, we just grew to go from liking each other to loving each other, just becoming friends in general.
So sweet.
That's where we kind of developed our foundation. It was like a friendship at first.
Yeah.
And then we just...
And them always be the best relationships. Like, even if it just stays friendship. Like,
you have a friend,
that's the foundation.
You have that friend all the time.
Right, so Aquarius are typically unemotional creatures, right?
Yeah.
So, and we tend to show love differently, as opposed to like, you know, out in the open, oh my God, like we'll give you like a gift at some point and just be like, that was my love.
Yeah, like, you gotta get with it.
So how do you show love in your relationship? What is your like number one go-to if you want her to know like?
I'm growing, but I'm very affectionate with my girl. Like in the morning, like I'm always like kissing on her.
That's so sweet.
Just like super close to the point where it's annoying.
Yeah.
Hugging her and playing in her hair and stuff like that. That's just me though. Like I'm that annoying person.
You just got
like you, but you know what it is. Like,
exactly.
You know, this is just my love. This is me showing my love.
Oh, okay. So boom, I had an interview last time, and he was in a relationship as well, but he said a lot of his, I don't want to say fuckboy music, but like when he talks about women, he's talking about past relationships because he's good, you know, in his stance right now. So are you the same way if you do make a track?
For the most part, either prior relationships or just a whole new fictional scenario. Like, but a lot of times when I'm making music like that, she's there.
Yeah.
Like, so she knows that, or she will help me come up with certain lines.
That's love. That's real love.
Because this is what the bitches is gonna like when you talk like this. And I'm just like, all right,
hey now.
Let's do it.
Let's get in it. Get into it. Okay, boom.
But yeah, no, that's usually like how it goes.
Okay. So you write songs about like your current relationship and stuff like that?
Yeah, like the love song. Like before I was in a relationship, this is like my first relationship. Well, it's not like my first relationship.
Yeah, it is.
But before this, I wasn't really writing like love songs, songs about women and stuff like that. That was one of my biggest issues. I did not have.
It wasn't tapped into that.
Women relatable songs. Like the women that did listen to me because of them liking the music in general, but it was never like something that completely catered to the female audience.
Okay. So is Sin like full of players, or y'all just all held down in relationships now?
Everybody, it's a few single guys in there, but yeah, everybody's just different in the way that we do what we do. But yeah, it's not everybody's in this. It's me really and Christian in relationships.
Okay. So how do you hold it down in a gang full of players, or just like,
this is the thing about CYM.
Okay.
Everybody has their own identity, and we all stand strong in the identity we have. Like none of us really follow each other.
Okay.
You feel me? So it's not like, oh yeah, we're just like easily influenced by this scenario or that. What's going on? We all just really cool. Like none of us really like chase anything.
That's fine.
So it's not like it's something that you have to be in fear of, or like, oh my gosh, I can't go around them because it's too much of them.
I like that. So let's talk about Corona Ventures, right? So you bought a camera to make videos and get used to, everything. What kind of camera you got?
A Sony A6000, I think. Yeah.
Is that like the first camera you got, or have you had Canon?
Nah, I've had a Canon before.
What you
I
had?
had a T3i.
It sounds good.
It was cool in 2014 when I first got it, but now I don't even know where the battery is at for that camera.
Okay.
Like I just got it. Like it's just there.
Heard you. So you haven't used it like at all?
No, I haven't used my Canon in 5 years.
Okay. So how you liking the Sony?
It's cool. It's definitely like a vlogging camera. I noticed that. I was trying to get it to like shoot more music videos and content and just have it send it to editors and let them put spices and effects on it. But I didn't really tap into that yet. I haven't done that yet. I've just been documenting like how record and my day-to-day processes and stuff like that so far.
So we stopped production on Keeping Up with Kai Cash. Hold up. So listen, when you do start using that camera more for vlogging, you should definitely make that a segment on your YouTube channel. Keeping Up with Kai Cash. Just do vlogs and shit. That would be fine. And it's catchy too. Anyways, however, stop production on that. So fill us in on the last 2 months of quarantine life. What you been doing? What you been tapping into?
March, April?
Something like that.
March. What did I do in March? I don't even think I did anything in March.
Slept good.
Slept. Started making music. I watched Tank streams go crazy. That's probably one of the most exciting moments.
How many streams you got on there?
At that time, when I dropped it in January 27th, by March, it was probably like 700,000 streams.
Oh, that's crazy.
And it was just lit to see, like, we would go log in and just watch it go from 700,000 to 705,000. I was just like, oh, no, this is crazy. But actually, in this time frame, I've been working more on my plans. Like, I'm starting Google Docs with my team and making sure I have the content strategies, and the next project I want to release, making sure I have a plan with that beforehand, getting budget sheets, and trying to make sure I have every duck in a row. So when it is time to release everything, I'm straight attacking full-fledged. I know what I want to do, and I'm still creating music on a day-to-day basis.
Always. So you said you started soaking up game at a very early age, you being around Junior Mafia on set on some of the hottest music videos. You said you started rapping at 3?
Yeah.
Lord, Terry. So, what to the least, okay, it's in you and on you, all right? Yeah. So, when did you decide, like, I gotta start getting serious about this? Or it was just always something
when I was 16.
Okay.
And what was that point? Just like that moment where it was just like, all right, I need to stop. Because that's when I kind of started figuring out how to release music on a bigger scale. Okay. When MySpace was around, though, I was that person. I knew how to code background layouts and all of that, and I knew how to get my particular song that I created on my profile. So I was always in tune with getting the music out.
Yes, sir.
But it wasn't no crazy, like, I didn't really care to do it that much.
Okay.
But after I started the clothing line, I'm like, all right, music has always been my thing. So what I need to do is fully go crazy and figure out how to do this. And I released my first freestyle on SoundCloud, like 2015. I started doing Freestyle Fridays. And then my first DSP song was Tax. Put it out in 2017. And it was on Apple and Spotify, I think. Before I knew how to get on the title. But then from there, it was just like everything else, I'm on it. This is the new, this is my new thing.
That's the way
now. I just start going crazy and crazy.
Okay. So, what is your favorite song that you have released or unreleased, or you didn't make it yet?
That's a question. Wow.
It is a question. Think deep about it.
Released, my favorite song released would probably have to be. Damn, this is deep.
Hey. You got a large discography.
My catalog is crazy right now. Released, probably, I would say, I don't know. Wow, I don't know. Okay. Unreleased, though, I got this song called Never Easy that I'm a big fan of. But I also have this song called Footprints that I'm a big fan of. But I also have this song called Blue that I'm a big fan of. So I like my music. I don't think I have a favorite.
As you should, though. As you should. Okay, so boom. Soaking up game at an early age, right? So started when you was 3, so you got serious about music at 16.
Yep.
Favorite song, unreleased?
I don't even got one.
All right, cool. So what is Kai Cash's sound? If I go on to Apple Music, go on genres, and it's only you in there, what is that sound called?
Exquisite simplicity.
With the big words. Okay. So do you feel like your music is received as you intend it to be, or like, do you have a feeling like, oh, when I drop this, I need the people to feel like this, or do you feel like it's like that, or?
It's kind of 50-50 with that. Like a lot of songs, a lot of people, the people that do receive it the way I want it to be received. But a lot of songs, I feel like not enough people receive it. Like I need more people to feel how I feel. I want you to feel the emotion behind this whole vibe, because it's really like that. It's really
like that. Because you really gotta be like, for artists, for me, it's like the more pain that you go through, the more like you in your feelings, that's when the people feel it.
Yeah, it's for them. It's just like, oh my God, gosh, I felt this way.
I felt that line.
I felt that before.
2017, I felt that.
I felt that.
So you don't freestyle anymore, like, cause you focus on dropping singles. But I feel like you should freestyle more often. Like,
actually, the craziest thing. Thank you. In my content strategy plan, Freestyle Fridays is on the list, and I'm gonna start re-releasing freestyles not re-releasing, but doing freestyles every Friday on my Instagram, or every other Friday rather.
I was just about to say you should start doing them with your Mental Health Mondays. Have people tapped in all weekend.
Yep, got the whole week scheduled out on my social media.
Yes, sir. So, who you got more love for, New York or LA?
New York for sure.
Okay. So, when did you make your transition to Atlanta? Because you was living out in Cali, right?
Nah, I never lived in Cali, but I'm always there, so it just seems like a lot of people even think I'm from LA, but I'm not. I just moved to Atlanta in December. I've been out here for a few months, yeah.
Okay. How do you like it? Like, what's the vibes? How you feel?
It's dope. It's a lot of work. I get a lot of work done out here. It's definitely like the Black Hollywood, like everybody says it is, for sure.
So, what's the difference between living in Georgia and in New York? Like the most major
big difference. Like, there's no corner stores.
Thanks.
No real Chinese restaurants, in my opinion. It's just a lot of things that we can't do in New York. Just more like city things. Yeah. Really, that's really the biggest difference.
Did you drive?
Yeah.
Okay. So you had a license and all that stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of folks were like, no. So I used to have a lot of New York friends my freshman year, and they was like dumbfounded to see a mailbox. They was like, but yeah, you was out.
Oh yeah.
Like
there's no real mailboxes in this, like the boroughs. You're not like a mailbox like outside of your house in the yard. Yeah. Those mailboxes with the thing that you have to put.
Yeah.
Exactly. We have mailboxes, but it's not like like you open it and.
I thought that's crazy.
No. Well, no, like that is surprising. Well, it could be surprising.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be surprising for me.
Yeah, because you done had a little experience.
I seen some mailboxes.
I'm not them, but okay. So what? Well, you got a girlfriend, so let's skip that question. Are the vibes better down here in Georgia or New York?
Vibes relating to
just like the energy,
energy. For me personally, it's New York.
For real?
Yeah.
Okay.
I gotta say it's New York.
Okay.
That's because I'm from there, so it's just like
facts. So is the food better, New York, Georgia?
Georgia. I have to say the food is better in Georgia. Depends though. Certain food. Like soul food and stuff like that, I'll probably eat Georgia. But like Caribbean food, I gotta go back.
Because they got the authentic Caribbeans up there.
I gotta go back home.
Yeah. Got to. Okay. So what inspires you to keep going every day? Like just on an everyday basis, how do you keep the energy up to do this?
It's a number of things. The first thing is I've gotten this far.
Thanks.
And it makes no sense for me to stop now. How far I got. The amount of people that actually believe in me.
Yeah.
Despite me believing in myself, because me believing in myself is everything.
Mm-hmm.
My faith in myself and in God is just everything. But the amount of people that actually believe in me, that have been believing in me since I started rapping, is just like, or since I started doing anything, that's really the biggest thing. Like being able to provide better lives for the people that I love and I care about, and myself included.
Yeah. Okay.
That's pretty much it.
So, speaking about everybody that you know is around you, supporting you, you said in one of your interviews it's about like 10 people in CYN, right? Like 10. So, who are the official members of CYN? I'm not talking about affiliates. I'm talking about they got the chain on them. Who's the members?
Me, V, Ralph, Dane, Christian, Nico, Tiz, Shaq, Trey, K. Wells.
Okay. 10. Solid. Okay.
That's 10.
So what does everybody do in Sin? Like, what are the different parts?
Me, you already know what I do.
Yes, sir.
V is the president. He's like the overseer of everything. He's really the business person. Like business thing, we send in V's way.
Got you.
That's his thing. Nico is an artist, full blown straight artist. Christian, artist, model. Dane, artist, model. Actor, actually. Yes, he is. Tiz is the DJ. He's the life of the party.
Yeah, I seen him.
He's that guy.
Okay.
Shaq and Trey are also artists. K. Wells is also an artist.
Okay. So we got a little bit of influence and everything. All right. So what is your future goals as far as CYN is concerned?
For the foundation to be, through the roof. We want to be bigger than the Bad Boys and the Rockefellers, especially being that we got to experience those moments in life. We got to see how big they went when they went the biggest, and we those are like our mentors. So we have no choice but to go above and beyond, and we will do that. But just outside of just music and entertainment, just being that foundation for many things, just for people to want to just adapt and be a part of our culture and being one of those pillars to the culture in general. And we're working toward it. I believe that it's gonna happen as long as we continue to work hard.
Yes, sir. So what is something weird, something different that nobody would know about you unless they actually knew you?
Damn.
Something we can't learn from social media.
Wow. This is crazy. I'm kind of like a nerd in my own sense.
I was about to say, in what way?
Like, I'm super tech savvy. Like, I know how to fix everything with a computer. I know how to those little portals that nobody uses on their computers. Yeah. I'm the person that's using it.
I know everything.
And I know how to use it. And even beyond that, like even in school, like from 1st to like 8th grade, I was always on the honor roll. Like it was just. But when I got to high school, it just went left. But that I would say that's probably one of the different things about me that I can think of off top without having to spend too much time. But yeah, I'm super tech savvy, and it's not just with like computers; it's with electronics in general.
That's
I will figure that out. Yeah, I love it.
Cause I would be completely lost. We got a videographer. When I tell you he knows everything, like I'll be like, well, how do I do this? What is this? Well, your computer actually needs to be back to the right. I'm like. Okay, all right, cool. So you can do it? Yeah, no, I got you 10 minutes.
And they people like that love doing. Like I have a cousin that codes and hacks.
Tell him.
Like,
listen,
what,
I need him. Listen, that's an amazing talent. I wish I could have.
Super crazy.
Yeah. So what's 3 words that your friend would use to describe you?
Classic.
Okay. Yeah. She looking like okay. Classic.
Let's say. I would say witty.
Okay.
Witty's one of those words. Classic,
okay.
Witty, and just a vibe. I don't like it.
Classic witty vibe.
Classic witty vibe. That's me.
That's it.
I'm just that person.
Listen.
The classic witty
that
vibe.
New York is coming through. Okay, that Aquarius cockiness is coming through. We see it. We love it. So, what is your all-time favorite place to go? Favorite thing to do that makes you the most happy?
So far, with what I did experience in life, I like Aspen a lot. Aspen, Colorado. In the summer, I've never been there in the winter, but I feel like the winter would be fire. But definitely Aspen, and one of my favorite things that I like to do is ATV actually.
For real?
Ride through the trails and stuff like that. It's fun. It's fun for me. Like I really enjoy it, even when it gets dangerous. Like it just gives me a feel. Like that's something that I can't do on a regular that I like to actually.
Man, go to Country Georgia. You saw, you follow Drewski?
Yeah.
You saw the ATV shit?
Yeah.
That nigga's a clown. So, man, go to any part of Country Georgia, they got you. They probably got their own in the backyard.
I definitely got to tap into that.
So, what do you want people to feel when they listen to your music, the new music that you're going to put out for us?
First and foremost, I want them to feel the emotions that I bring to the table. I want them to understand the messages. I want them to feel like they can relate to what I'm talking about. And if they can't, they have the desire to want to relate to the scenarios that I bring forth. And I want them to use their dictionaries and
write down a couple words a day, man.
When they listen to what I'm saying, because a lot of the stuff that I say goes over a lot of people's heads sometimes.
They just like, that sounds good. I don't know what it means though, but it sounds real.
What was that reference? Like I like making music where people have to search the reference, because I like listening to music where I have to search what that person is talking about. Okay. So that's pretty much it. And to like it, to love it, to want to come to my concert, to want to be a fan.
Okay. Anything you could tell us special that we can look for coming up? Any new music, any videos, any merch, anything we can look forward to from Cotton?
I have this song coming out called Canvas.
Okay.
Next month.
Yes, sir.
And the video I have is crazy. I'll let y'all know. Basically, you ever heard of Bob Ross?
Yeah.
The painter?
The painter?
Alright, so
And then it's so
that's all I'm saying about the video.
Okay.
The song is called Canvas.
Alright.
And I'm gonna be playing Bob Ross in the video.
That's gonna be, you know what? Get you the right glasses, you're gonna look like him.
I'm gonna have the fro
And
with the,
all that.
I'm gonna paint my beard a different color. Like, it's gonna be so fire.
That's gonna
I can't
be
wait till
fun.
it come out, but yeah.
Yes, sir. Any release date for that? You don't know yet.
I'm actually trying to think of the date now. I don't know. I don't have a set date yet. I'm trying to get the video done first and then
Thanks.
release the date after that. But
That's
it's
right.
coming next month for
If
sure.
y'all want a date, leave it in the comments. Let him know when you want it. All right. Anything else you want to say to the people before we head out?
Make sure y'all follow me on socials at Kaicash, Kaicash.
Yes, sir.
Stream on my music,
Yes,
Kaicash, $ for the S. If you have anxiety or you know somebody who has anxiety, or you just want to speak about certain things, tune into Mental Health Mondays every Monday at 8 p.m. on my Instagram Live.
Yes, sir.
And you can go to Amazon and purchase Tranquil Overcoming the Experiences, which is the book that I wrote. It's not long, it's like 50 pages. Anybody can read 50 pages. And, you know, just enjoy life.
Got to.
Because who knows where we're going.
Amen.
Yeah.
Thank you for chatting with us. I'm gonna have you
Thank you
stay
for
right
having
there. 1, 2, 3. Pop your shit.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Kaicash from Brooklyn, New York, and I'm down south. And I just did an amazing interview. Make sure y'all tune in, tap in, love it, like it, enjoy it. Good day. God bless. I love you all.